So, how would you describe love, or what is love?
The love word we are using so many dimensional plane also. Usually we are using the word love is external object oriented attachment. We are expressing how much attachment that we are expressing the word love. Usually. Actually love means it's a spontaneous flow. It's an emotion. Love is an emotion. Getting happiness. Our present knowledge and life always focus on objective world. Means we thinking object is a source of happiness. Without that, I can't be happy. For getting that object, what type of emotional expression or emotion is essential? That emotion usually we call it love. But we just ignoring the spontaneous flow of inner essence. For that only we are expressing love. The expressing love. Love is not for expression. It is a spontaneous flow. When we get that flow through some object or without object. Most of the time we are searching through object. That love only we know usually. That's why the reason we are always unhappy about love. All are loving, but they are disappointed, they are unhappy also. They can't maintain the happiness continuously because this object always changing. We expecting constant happiness means constant love. Nobody can share constant love because that is object. That is changing and changing. That's why the reason. No object can provide continuous happiness. That's why the reason love most of the time lead to unhappiness. That is objective love. This objective love also we get happiness fraction of second. Sometimes fraction of second we get. Through that unknowingly we uplifting to the real love, real consciousness. When it is just like in an external means, we can able to trans to the higher consciousness plane. That time we get the happiness. That's a momentary, just like in a flash of second, just shortest time. But our expectation is long time, continuous. If you want continuous love and happiness, where from the happiness? Which emotion can able to lead that happiness continuously? That love we call devotion. Divine oriented love we called devotion. For two type of love. One is divine love. Another is mortal love. Usually, we are inside the mortality with thinking mortality is happiness. All the effort we are applying for happiness. But mortality can't take us to the permanent happiness because mortality is always changing. That vibration, vibrating, that's a relative reality that is changing. Now it is true, next time it is not true. It's changing, it is changing and changing. That is a relative truth. Through the relative truth, we are expecting permanent truth. That's why the reason present love definition, it is too difficult to understand. The experienced planes also, what they are expecting, they can achieve that because this is the reason. We expecting the relative reality, permanent happiness also. It is not possible. For getting permanent happiness, definitely we want to channelize. Actually, all the relative entities existing because of permanent consciousness. We forget about the consciousness. We realizing, we are thinking the relative truth is truth. We forgetting the real truth. That's why the reason we can able to maintain real love and real happiness. This is the reason.